I am what is known as a health guru. People seek my advice because I've done such healthy things as drink turpentine and break my 21-day water fast with raw eggs. So you seek my advice and I'm here to answer your questions.
Let me fly towards my hands, towards my hands.
Now, just a quick disclaimer before we begin. I am on an 88-hour urine fast. So that's who you're listening to right now. So take this advice with a grain of salt if you ever eat salt on my watch. I will know who the real addict is. I found this app, Life app. Kind of cool. That's too bright. That sucks. Sucks to be me. It's life fasting. I'll leave a link down below. It's not an affiliate link, but it's cool. I don't use any apps for anything ever. I never use this phone other than to talk to my one friend and to get deliveries. But this app, kind of cool. Like if you're going to start a fast, you just start fast. And then it just counts your fast. It tells you all these little benefits. And then like you got track and then it keeps records. Oh, my longest fast was this. It's cool. And there's a community in there. I never look at those people. So I figure we start a little Q&A series. I get questions all the time. I do this on my camera channel. Whenever I see a question, I save it, and then we do 10 questions. And it's a fun little show, so I figure we do that on here too. Hey, what first guy? VP, is there any reason as to why you choose not to do any cardio? Swimming, running, cycling? There is several reasons. I should probably do it because I feel like I wish I could sweat more. I feel like that would help my skin so much, but if I'm being honest, I was out in Thailand sweating buckets 97 hours a day, and it never cleared my skin, so I don't know why I even desire this. Part of me wants to get an infrared sauna for back there next to my flat earth poster, and I might, but I can't fit it in here. But yeah, that's the only reason I would consider cardio, but really, I see cardio as just wear and tear. You're running out the machine. The longer you go, the faster you die. That's the truth. You've heard of people having heart attacks while they're on their run? That's not my life. It's hard on the knees. It's like, why bother? I just exercise to have a skinny fruitarian body that mimics mummel. I said mummel mass? Oh, God. I meant muscle mass, but my brain thinks I'm a comedian, so it just makes fun of me. I've got a good question for you, VP. If you had a perfect body and skin, would you still pursue all this health stuff? I wouldn't care at all. I'd eat pizza, burgers, milkshakes nonstop. Listen, admit it. It's a stressful pain in the ass to comb the world over trying to find the next health fad to look better, but be accepted by society and have your intimate relationships. Need what? You went off on a tangent there. You're a good boy. Thanks for the entertainment. I would still pursue the health goals for spiritual advancement. The goal is to have physical health and solve that mystery once and for all, and that should lead you into spiritual pursuits where you can't really just eat junk food. You're not going to be able to meditate. I want that mental clarity. It's very well known in like yogi societies. Are those even a thing? That like eating meat is ragistic, and it's like too, like you can feel it, the aggressive, it's an energy boost, but it can be like this tear down, ripping, anxiety feeling. It also doesn't align with my personal expectations for myself. I would never kill an animal in nature, so how can I just pay somebody else to do it and then eat that? It just doesn't align with my shit anymore, and we're not doing it. So I wouldn't just go back to eating burgers and just the fast food. Like, I'm a health nut at heart, and I enjoy simple foods. I would enjoy anything right now. 88 hours of piss. Give me anything. But like, I just want fruit. Can't wait to break it. You should try the no vitamin A diet. Look up Grant Jeaneroux. His books are free, and he makes a convincing argument. He doesn't. I've made videos on this. Look it up. If you're ever curious of my opinion on something, first go into YouTube and say vegetable police vitamin A, and you'll see the videos I've made about him. I'm not convinced, although I'll say he's onto something with animal vitamin A. There is no vitamin A in plants. Beta carotene, for some reason he's lumping that in with vitamin A toxicity from animals. That happens all the time. People lump in, oh, sugar's bad, fruit's bad. Oh, there it is. So, like, beta carotene, I've heard nothing but amazing things from people just like upping the beta carotene for perfect skin health. You start juicing beets and it's like, oh, my skin got so much better. Beta carotene is amazing. This guy with his like, I'm gonna eat nothing but beef and white rice, he's missed the plot somewhere. He's not taking it all in. So, like, no, absolutely not. A simple question, if eating plant-based diet is natural and good, why do you need concentrated protein? Who said I do? 88 hours. I'm still working out, by the way. Beating reps, somehow, as a breatharian. The only protein I need is nitrogen in my air. I know it's a boost, and it's a little add-on, but meat eaters can grow a decent amount of muscle with purely food source that nature gave us. Nature did not give you an animal to eat. It's never just on your plate. You stole it from its environment. It ran away from you at first. It wasn't given. And you didn't do it yourself. You paid somebody to do that. Yeah. Are veg-based diets able to grow a decent amount of muscle from prepared by natural foods? I eat meat daily, but those questions concern me. Just searching for a knowledge. One knowledge? I'll give you several. In my opinion, you cannot be a 120-year-old bodybuilder. It's not going to happen. You've never seen it. I've never seen it. All the people who are into health, living long, they're active. They don't focus on strength and building things. It's not a path to longevity or spiraling out our flat earth dome. It's nice. In fact, like, I started out working out to see what I could build on a vegan diet. That was my goal. Things have shifted now. Now we're going to see what kind of body can I build with fruit and low protein. It's not going to be a very big body, but it's going to be flexible and healthy. Take that. I really feel like you have to choose one or the other. Do you want a huge body to satisfy your ego for reasons you don't even know of, just because you were programmed early on by magazines and movies? You're not going to be a alpha male fruitarian. It's just not going to happen. But it's a fun goal, just to be happy and flexible and spiritual. I think those are more important, health and longevity. So you can help more people when you're 175 years old. You look back and you help teeny boppers listening to their weird music. What's that going to be in 80 years? Weird music, not good. But I feel like this has hindered me in my progress building muscle. That just because I started focusing on higher protein foods, those are harder to digest. They clog up the body more. So it's like, enough of that. Just be happy with who you are in the mind and the heart. Those are the real muscles. Your brain meat, your heart meat. Flex that one sometimes by caring. Here's a funny thing I saved like last year while looking for a protein powder, most likely. I think this was on one of those pea protein things. And someone just asked this question. Can you please confirm if there are any traces of peanuts or soy? This person's deadly allergic to peanuts. And we got an answer. I don't think so. It's a deadly peanut allergy. She could die. And you're just like, you know what? I have no idea. But I don't think there is. I didn't see any peanuts in the protein. I opened the bag. Not one peanut in there. You'll be fine. Anaphylactic shock is a life-changing situation. Just don't answer the question if you don't have it. Boils my blood. You needed a break from fiber. You didn't need a break from being vegan. Wow. That shot's fired. Ow. Ow. I thought I did do that break. It was 90 days long with juice. And that didn't end well for me. I couldn't digest a damn thing after that. So I'm a little weary of just taking a break from fiber in any realm. I think you want to do a Zen cleanse first clear out the sludge that might not be mucoid plaque, but it is something in there. And boom, rip that out of your body with my affiliate links. And then you should be able to digest fiber. And I'm back. We're back. High five. You unsubscribed? Oh, damn you. But it is true. In my opinion, the ultimate test for is your gut healed is if you can eat fibrous foods and not die immediately. If you're on a carnivore diet, you're avoiding fiber, and it feels pretty good. It almost feels like you're fasting. My gut feels amazing right now. Nothing but pee and water. Take that. Juice, amazing as well, because you're avoiding the fiber. But once you can digest the fiber and your gut microbiome's good and there's not so much sludge, then you should know you are healed. So, you're right. Hi Casey, have you ever tried Dr. Furman's way of eating? He has less carbs, it's mostly fruits and veggies, nuts, seeds, and he uses beans and lentils as the protein source. I like Dr. Furman. I like listening to his talks. He has a passion for health, and I'm sure people following his program are healing from diseases. They're doing great. But when I think of people like that and his plan, because I've read his books, it's like science versus actual digestion. He's looking at all these nuts and seeds and beans, and he's seeing scientific benefits. There's studies proving that beans make you live longer. The longest lived people always eat beans. That's the common factor in all that, okay? But it's hard to digest. His whole diet is an immediate bloating nightmare for me. It goes back to my last question. If I was super healthy with amazing digestion, I should be able to eat his diet and thrive. But I don't know, man. It seems like a challenge, an unnecessary challenge. I prefer simplicity. There's nothing like a mono fruit meal. Just boom. You're eating that to satiation. I remember there was a time where I was eating so much food I could never be satisfied. No matter how much I had, I would eat the whole thing and still want more. Just giant bowls of quinoa with avocado, yogurt. But at the end of that meal, I'm so exhausted and still hungry. And then I found this fruit-based path. I had a half a cantaloupe. I was shocked. I ate that thing. I was like, I can't even finish the whole cantaloupe. I'm satisfied for the first time in my life. I was like, wow. Did that mean I continued on a fruit-based path? No, that was like 14 years ago. Took me a while to get back here, admittedly, but here we are. And it's much more simple. I prefer the raw food way of life, and he's not super into that. All his foods need soaking and digestion, cooking. Let's move on. Would you say that the current events starting around 2020 is what led you to the Bible? Like maybe you saw the work of Stan in the world. Abso-freaking-lutely. That's what did it. The world was getting strange. At first, I was just like, okay, whatever there, you bunch of freaks. And then it just kept going and getting worse and worse. I'm like, are we all alive? Are we the same mindset here? What are we doing? Who's believing any of this? What is this, a freak show movie? And so I was like looking for answers, and it seemed like all these truthers, it was the Bible people that were so positive about what's happening. It's like, this is God's plan. He's got a way for us. And I was like, you know what? I need to read that thing. And I've done it. I have now read the entire Old Testament and New. I started with the New, finished that, went back to the Old, and I was like, wow, whoa. It's a weird book. That's a tough read on that one. But I saved a lot of notes, and now I'm going to go read through it again so I don't have to read all these stories of... There's some stuff in there where it's like, we're building a temple, and there was 7 planks of wood, and they were all 7 furlongs long. And it goes on for pages like that, just describing. I'm like, why am I reading this? But there's so much wisdom in that book, just on how to be a good person. And I love it. And so now I'm just with God. Thank you, God, every day. So God wins. I think you have a severe and enduring mental illness. Thank you, friend. You still seek utopia with food, which does not exist. Food is simply just fuel for the body, and fruit is the best fuel. He left this comment when I was carnivore. So maybe he likes me now that I'm on his diet again. And that seems strange, because in the Bible he says, love thou brother, even though they suck. You have to love your enemy. I'm not even close to there. I'm going to try to love this guy right now. Thank you for your concerns, friend. Lots of other foods feel better in the short term, but nothing matches fruit in the long term. I agree with you now. I agree. As you've never done the fruit diet long term, which is at least 48 months. Wow. Probably right, but that's a long test for some people. Like, okay, just give it 48 months. Come on. What are you going to do for the next 2 years? That's a long ask. I would say, like, try 2 months. See how you feel. You should feel pretty good. Then you do not even understand what fruit is capable of doing in the longer term. Kind of feels like as if you're famous for being a diet comedian. That's not my legacy. People take me serious. I'm doing a Q&A show now. Look at me. I'm a guru. When all you are doing is manifesting your mental health issues into a camera. Worst of all, you are advertising to other people that it's acceptable to behave like this. Well, I'm so sorry for disappointing you, but we're back. We're having fun. I'm having citrus soon, maybe today. Citrus, Simon? Let's go for it. Orange juice on me next time I see you. Do you live here? I get this all the time. You have a mental illness. I don't think I do. I feel pretty happy. I get sad sometimes. If you're a human being on this planet, you haven't escaped the ravages of time. There's things we've done, we've made mistakes, but I've shared like almost everything, I think. There's nothing shocking that's happened to me that I haven't told you about. I told you about the bird and my friends and the fire thing. That, like the worst thing that's ever happened to me. I've shared everything. I'm not hiding anything. So I do have times where I'm just kind of sad and depressed and bored and what am I doing with my life? Because like, I want to be this super healthy person that helps people. And like I keep changing my diet all the time and I'm like, what am I doing? Like those are my main issues, but that's not a mental issue. It's just like I want to help people and I feel like I'm either making them worse or I have no idea what I'm talking about. And it's kind of crap to have this, like, this is my business here. Like, what is this? What am I doing? So those are the issues I deal with on a daily basis. So was that your question? It wasn't really a question. I'm drinking water so I can make more pee. All right, last question here. Question, what do you think about carbon-filtered spring water? The property I live on has great spring water, but I noticed I feel better when I'm drinking it when it's filtered. That's a tough one. You would think spring water would be our most natural water. It makes sense. They're flowing rivers, it's free water, it's just pouring out all the time. Boom, drink it. I'm just not a fan. I'm converted to distilled water being better, even though it's dead. Do you need your water to live? It's just a molecule. It could be alive. You don't know that it isn't. You just vortex it, and then boom, it's structured. I never do that. I should. But I'm not a fan of these rock minerals. I don't know if I can prove it. Just, here's the thing. There's inorganic versus organic. Some say we cannot use inorganic minerals. I think we can, but you have to donate a carbon molecule to attach to the mineral, and then you can use it. You think your body loves to just donate carbon? We're carbon-based beings. You think, oh, I have plenty to spare. It's, in my opinion, drinking spring water is similar to white sugar in the fact that sugar needs certain nutrients to be digested. Magnesium, B6. No, I don't remember the nutrients. But those are present in fruit and foods containing sugars. But with white refined sugar, you remove the nutrients. So whenever you take in white sugar, you have to donate your nutrients just to digest it. Similar thing with the spring water. And your body's not going to just do that to every mineral in the spring water. It's going to give up at some point. It's like, enough of that. And then it's trying to eliminate them. It could build up in the body. It does. A lot of people switch to to distilled water, and they get rid of arthritis and start healing. That's what this is. Distilled. So in my opinion, you should take that spring water and distill it. That's your ultimate truth. And you'll know love. So we're done. We are done. If you ever have a question, just leave it down below. And if it looks interesting to me, I'll save it. If not, you'll be ignored. And you'll like it. You thumbing that up? Thumbs down. If you gave somebody a plastic bag as a gift. They're free in most stores. Some stores charge for them, but others don't. It's not that useful. It will break. It's not a long-term gift. They're ugly. They pollute our world. It's not even a good gift. So do better. Give them your love and time. And show them that you care. That's the real gift. I'm going to leave. Freak Sense TV. Way to go, Charlie Freak. Still going strong. All right. I'm leaving. Subscribe for more videos and I'll see you later.